1997 98 spec Yamaha xj600n master cylinder rebuild. Okay, right, I've already lubed this up a bit with some brake fluid. I've put the piston cups or plungers, whatever you want to call them, already on the assembly. There, this one fits tight on here, whereas the one I took out didn't. It just fell off, so there was some wear in there. So right, this goes in the bore that way, so the plunger seat's on that. So what we need to do with this now is put a bit more lube around this before we start. Alright, so now we want the spring seat goes on that way with the larger legs, don't drop it, with the larger legs seating in the cup, the piston, whatever you want to call that, and on top of that goes the spring, skinny end onto the spring seat, and then we've got to try and hold it all together. Make sure I've got that all seated properly. Yeah, that seems to be sitting on there okay. Then tuck it all in here. Can't really show because if I hold it upside down it's all going to fall out, so just feed it in there and a little bit of a jiggle to get it to seat in nicely, and there it goes. Yep, that's it, that's got it. Right, that's now pushing in the bore. This next bit is where it gets very fiddly because you're trying to hold it in and get the circlip on. Right, next, push rod with the washer in place and to the end there. That sits in the end of that, and then we've got to push this down, and that's all held in place with the circlip. So next we want that on there, sit over the top. And before I go any further, let's have a little bit of extra light, I think. That's better. Right. Circlip pliers. Your circlip, and push that down, squeeze that in, and let's see if we can play with this. Is that it? I think that's it. Yep, that looks like it's in place. Oh, that all seems tight. Okay, so that should now push it on there and will be retained by that circlip. Right, there you go. Okay, now pop your hand, get some of the brake fluid off. Next up, rubber boot. I'll give that a good smothering in rubber lube grease. That goes over the top of the push rod and seats down in the gap. There's a lip around that push rod about, well, 5 or 6 millimeters, I suppose. That's a little seat for the top of the rubber boot. So you slip that on until it slips in there, and just make sure the rest of it's all seated in the recess at the bottom. It all seems to be good. Alright, that's it. Next, you have a large washer that sits over the top of all that little lot, and that's held in place with a 10mm nut that screws down over that. What we'll do when I get it in place. There. Right, that down. Go. 10mm socket at the top. And you need to hold this still. Try and get hold of a little bit of top here. There you go. No, after I've put the 10mm on it, that is. There you go, there's your 10mm. That. And lift that up. Hopefully that's enough. There you go. Right, now, next, larger of the remaining springs. Sits over like so. Then you have your adjuster, which goes on that way up. That goes on there. Like that. Go. Right. Next bit, you want to attach your brake lever. So, you collar back in there. Right. This has a flat side and a rounded side. So you want your rounded side to go on there so it fits onto the adjuster. So your adjuster works. Right, that on there. Might as well slip the bolt through there just to hold it all in place. Go. Down with that's a 6mm Allen key. Go. Right. Next off, we want that little plate, which is got a flat side on it, that fits over the push rod assembly, has a flat side on it, so that fits over that and sits in there. Okay. Next, small spring. That down as far as it will go, make life a bit easier. Right, that's your small spring on there. Then you have your locking nut. Recess uppermost. Goes over there and screws on there, that's it. There you go. That's the flat-headed one, and that will nip up with a 10mm. Because you want to screw that down so that you expose this some sort of nipple that's got a recess in it. Once you've exposed that, you can put your circlip in there and there's my little pliers. They're not any good for that. Right, there's the other ones. Be with you in a tick. You go. Right. Now we can nip that in place. There you go. That's sitting over there now. Now we tighten that over that retaining clip. Which should stop anything from going anywhere. Go. And that's basic. That's the reassembly done. Now what you need to do is you put your nut on the bottom there. Nip that up. You should have a little rubber cap that goes over the top. Didn't have one in the kit, so I've only got the old one that's a bit knackered, but won't do for now. Yeah, there you go. Should be good to go. All sounds good. Last thing, might as well do it now, is put back the stop light switch. Put that in there. make sure your little switch is sitting outside of the washer, so you don't foul it all up. Now, put that down so your little switch is on the outside of that washer. I've got this right, I think that's right. That should now, yeah, operate okay. Right, there you go. One master cylinder rebuild done and dusted. Proof of the pudding will be in the eating minute. Okay, hope this helped. Right. Right. That's better. And that fits on without falling off. Right. And hang on, it looks like I've missed something. Don't tell me I've missed something. Please don't tell me I've missed something. I think that's the one that goes over the top. Okay. Start again. The job will be the calipers themselves.